Is Texas running back Jaydon Blue an underrated prospect in a 2025 NFL draft class? Let's find out. Welcome back to the All Pro Football Data Show. My name is Jim Cobern, and we're going to be talking about Texas running back Jaydon Blue based on his overall data. Starting with the first area, which is his offensive receiving and touchdown market share. Based on these numbers, he had a 36 percentile total offensive market share production score. When you look at the All Pro averages, the Pro Bowl averages, and the starter averages, he doesn't hit any of the averages in terms of his data there. He was not a every down running back, which I'm about to show you based on his overall data, which is a little bit scary. But he was very good in terms of his efficiency traits. Taking a look at this area right here, he had an 82 percentile TD percentage, 52 percentile in terms of yards per reception, and then 71 percentile in terms of yards per touch. Based on this area right here, he pretty much hits all the metrics, but his yards per reception is a little bit average compared to other running backs in the database. So efficiency traits are better than his overall market share ability, but he is a little concerning based on his numbers not really hitting all the averages that you would expect it to hit. Now, another area to look at is his age and competition data. The one thing that Jaydon Blue has a leg up on compared to other backs in this class is his age score. He had a 95 percentile age score. Age is not necessarily indicative of talent, but it is indicative of potential to improve because typically backs will have their most improvement by the age of 23. So even though Blue wasn't the most productive this season, or at least up to this point, maybe the next year he breaks out. Maybe when he's 23, he breaks out. Those are kind of the numbers that a lot of NFL teams might be looking at. Is he was this good now, but what could he be in 2 years from now? And that's kind of what you're looking at there, especially at a position like running back where they typically reach their peak around age 25 to 26. His MSA rating 72 percentile, and then his pass rating is 85. MSA rating is always going to be low when you score as low as he did in terms of his touchdown market share and total offensive market share. Pass score, of course, is going to be better because of his efficiency scores testing a little bit better. But for the most part, Jaydon Blue did well. What helps him is his age, his level of competition, and the team that he played on. These are the biggest factors that really push him up, because if Blue played at any other organization, say he played at Central Michigan, we would not be talking about Jaydon Blue. We really would not if he had played at any other organization, because of how low his overall production is. Because of his level of competition, because of the other players on that team, that might be a big reason why NFL scouts might be liking him or seeing him or expecting him to do good things in the future. Now, another area to look at, which I think is the most shocking metric to really look at in terms of Jaydon Blue, is his overall ability in first down, second down, and third down rushing situations. Looking at him as a rusher, you already know that his total offensive market share was below average. But what if I told you that his first down, second down, and third down situations were nightmare fuel? Well, let's take a look. In terms of first down situations, his cumulative performance in first down situations as a back, every single touch he had as a rusher in first down situations was 22 percentile. That's it. His ability to get first down situations was only 4%. His TD percentage was pretty high, and then the percentage of 20 plus yard runs was 88 percentile. He probably had a couple home run hit plays as a rusher to get into the end zone on a first down play. But for the aggregate, or at least the majority of his plays, he was not really doing much of anything in first down situations, which is a little scary. Then when you get to second down situations, he was 12th percentile in terms of second down situations. TD percentage was a little bit better. Getting first downs was a little bit better at 77 percentile, but his percentage of 10 plus runs, his 20 plus runs percentage was extremely low in that area, and that is just not exactly getting it done in terms of him as a rusher. As a rusher of the football, he's significantly below average in first down situations and significantly below average in second down situations. How does he do in third down situations? He was 1 percentile. His ability to get first downs and third down was only 24. His TD percentage in third down situations was 3. His 10 plus and 20 plus percentage of runs that were 10 plus and 20 plus yards was 23 and 53 together. He was not a third down back in terms of getting big plays in the rushing game and third down situations. He got a couple home runs in terms of first down situations, probably even got some home runs in terms of second down situations, but third down was not the money down. They were not expecting Jaydon Blue to make a lot of plays in third down situations, and that's just the facts. That's just the fact of the matter in terms of him as a prospect. And it's kind of the biggest weakness in his overall data is that lack of ability as a rusher. His receiving data is intriguing and interesting, of course. Probably how fast he is, because he is a fast player. He's a legitimate track star. Those are all interesting things to discuss as well. But again, his ability to just be productive has not really been the case for him at Texas. Now, another thing to look at is his red zone analytics. So this is a big thing, guys. This is a really big thing when it comes to running backs, because if you are not great in red zone situations as a back, and you're not good on third down situations as a back, as a rusher, then why are you here? Because you need backs to get touchdowns in the end zone. You need backs to get those first downs and third down situations. And that is not Jaydon Blue's specialty. He's not great in red zone situations. His cumulative score in red zone situations was 9. His TD percentage was 22. Percentage of 10 plus yard runs in the red zone was only 3. Jaydon Blue, again, has home run hitting ability, but when it comes to the other stuff that really matters to the position, he's not getting it done. Now, the best metric comparison I could find for him, so this is the last point before we end the video. The best metric comparison I could find for him was David Overstreet. Now, this is a big time pool, guys. I mean, I really had to dig in the data to find probably a intriguing back to kind of compare him to, but this is kind of the best back I could find. Now, it was a different era of football, different percentages, different usage, everything else like that. But Blue compared to Overstreet does have some similarities. First off, total offensive market share, pretty similar. 36 for Blue, 34 for Overstreet. His receiving market share, 72 for Blue and then 69 for Overstreet. TD percentage, 45 for Blue and then 31 for Overstreet. Market share touchdowns, I should say. Now, TD percentage, very similar between the two. 82 percentile for Blue and then 80 percentile for Overstreet. The yards per reception, though, was a lot higher with Overstreet. 99 percentile. Average yards per touch, 94 percentile for Overstreet. When you get to age, Blue is younger than Overstreet, although typically a lot of backs back there kind of came out a little older because of the time period that it was. It was a little bit harder to declare early back then in the 80s. But either way, similar age, but Blue does have age on his side. He is a younger prospect. There is more potential with a back who's a little bit younger to develop more. MSA rating, virtually identical. 72 percentile for Blue and then 73 percentile for Overstreet. Pass rating, 85 for Blue and then 93 for Overstreet. And then EAV score, the expected approximate value score, was 85 for Blue and then 87 for Overstreet. The only thing that really bugs me about this comparison is that Overstreet was a significantly more efficient back. So even though Overstreet didn't have a lot of total offensive market share, didn't have elite receiving market share, and didn't even have elite touchdown market share, every touch he had was extremely efficient for the era in which he played. You can't say the same thing about Blue. Is he totally a washed prospect? No, but I think he is a risky prospect because he hasn't proven to be beneficial in third down situations. He hasn't proved to be beneficial in red zone situations. He hasn't proven to be a bell cow back in terms of total offensive market share. He hasn't proven to be a bell cow back in terms of getting touchdowns on every down and distance. With all those strikes against him, his age is a saving grace. Where he played is a saving grace. If he tests really well as an athlete, that's another saving grace. But that is not a grace that I would take in day 1 or day 2 of the draft. Well, all that stuff out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Jim Cobern. Check out my other work at patreon.com/jcoburn. Also check out my Twitter at Geometrics. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to also like, comment, and subscribe. Helps out the channel tremendously. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.